Our motto is, ladies and gentlemen, serving ladies and gentlemen. The collision of Millionaire and my story kind of come together is Millionaire, about that same time I was running Prestige Touring and flying rock bands, there's a very wonderful woman executive, entrepreneur, creator by the name of Mary Kay Cosmetics. She had this great program where, she was empowering women, and she would fly them into her corporate headquarters, which happened to be Dallas, Texas at the time, and she would fly them in her pink jet to give away pink Cadillacs to her great executives that were doing great, which happened to be women, but they would land at an FBO, at an aviation facility. And these ladies can't even sit on the toilet. And she was very embarrassed by this. I mean, she felt like it was part of her brand. It was part of her image. She was letting them down. So Mary Kay, out of pure defensive, not because she had an aviation dream, but because she was being defensive, she went out and built her own FBO in Addison, Texas. And because she's so creative, she came up with a great name, Millionaire. Love the name. And so she came up with this concept of Millionaire, but what she did differently is it wasn't a gas station at the airport like everybody else that existed in that time. It had granite countertops. It had beautiful furniture in the facility. She put models at the front desk, and it wasn't a sexist act. I mean, please don't take that wrong in any fashion. I mean, she's in the fashion business. She's in the makeup, in the cosmetics, in the imaging business, so she wanted a beautiful image at the front desk. And so what happened was the world noticed. I mean, pilots would land, and it wasn't about the gasoline or the price of gas anymore. It was like, I want to go to that place that's got a great lounge, a great, beautiful place to sit. It's got a restroom I can actually use. And so the next thing you know, bada boom, bada bing, Mary Kay and Millionaire is the #1 FBO, held the #1 slot in almost every voting, magazine for many years, for decades. And they led the way, and that was how Millionaire began. Millionaire and Prestige sort of come together because while we were flying bands, I'm out there sampling the kitchen, if you will. I'm in FBOs in all states and cities on tour at a regular basis. She's trying to run a really high-end brand. I had one of my high-end clients had a ski accident. We had to get a medevac, and again, I hate to say it, but a piece of junk airplane shows up on price to haul them away, and I went, my gosh, that's terrible. Medical planes should be safer than that, better looking than that, and we accidentally got into the medevac business too. We get in the medevac, and what's different about the medevac is we're in the same airport every day coming home. When I'm on tour, we're on tour. I might be in Dallas today, St. Louis tomorrow, Michigan the day after that, but when you're in the medical business, I'm coming to Houston every day, back and forth. And again, I start realizing these FBOs think they're in the gas station business. I would call back and go, gee, we've had a long day. I've got to do a double turn. Could you get some food? I mean, literally, like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have time for that. I'm bringing back this executive. Could you fill his car up with gas? It's his anniversary, throw some flowers in it so he can make it to his wife on time. And like, I'm sorry, we don't do that. Next thing you know, I think I've got to own a gas station. I've got to get one of these FBOs just so that I can provide better service for my clients. We got into the FBO business by accident in a way, again, or because we wanted to fix the product really for ourselves. A lot like Mary Kay. She wanted to fix the product to take care of her ladies in the back of the aircraft, and I wanted an FBO myself in order to make sure that we were fast, rapid, take care of all the clients at the same time. But then what I was doing was looking over the fence going, that looks like a good product. And so we became a franchisee to the Millionaire system. So really, the gift I had over the Mary Kay was I was actually a client. I was a pilot. I was in the cockpit. And not only, if you're a VIP like Mary Kay, you might land at an FBO, but you might get right into your ground transportation and get on with your business, where I'm hanging around an FBO all day as a pilot. I'm sitting in the pilot lounge. I'm borrowing a crew car, or the lack thereof. And so I would say I was a little bit more of a connoisseur of a customer. And so with my Millionaire, now that I'm a millionaire, and I had been one for about a year, I started realizing there might be some gaps. I went to the mothership and said, gee, we've got some beautiful locations and we've got some not so beautiful. And we have some great culture and we have some not so great culture. And I believe if I go to a restaurant chain and I have a bad experience, I'm going to boycott the chain as a whole. And I think that that's happening to us. And what do you think? And the feedback to me at the time was, we're really in the cosmetics business, you're in the aviation business, why don't you buy this and go fix it? And again, lightning bolt moment in my life that really kind of was a road I did never expected, wasn't prepared to take, and truthfully, close to 30 days later, that's where we kind of joined the military.